Welcome back, Slimy Green family, to another edition here at Slimy Green Garage, and I'm excited to come back and start part 2 on our 1969 Buick Riviera. 360 horsepower and 475 foot-pounds of locked up power and torque. Woo! Before we get into this, I want to say a big thank you to all of you, because our last video actually took us over 1,000 subscribers and beyond, and I am just so thankful to all of you who've decided to come along on this journey. It's not possible without you. I'll always work on cars, but to make content and to move forward with that, it's not possible without you. And so I so greatly appreciate all of you who have subscribed, everybody who's interacted, all the comments, and there again, I'll take the hate, I'll take the good stuff along with it. Hey, they say even bad press is good press. So at the end of the day, you're gonna see me do some goofy, sometimes stupid stuff when I'm working on cars. Depending on the car that you're working on and what you have to work with, sometimes you might not do it in such a fashion as if you had all the money in the world to go out and buy all the right tools and buy all the new parts, and that's what we're working on here. These are budget build cars, and so it's just, we're doing this for fun, for entertainment, and for education. We're out here to live a little, chase our dreams, and that's what we're doing. So I just want to thank you for coming along for the ride. I need to go change some clothes. It's windy today, but the weather's warming up, and this is going to be too hot. Good job. Look at that. Look at all them leaves. Anyhow, it's time to change. It's time to get to work. So let's just make that happen. Oh, the 69 Buick Riviera 430 engine. You can see I've got some, well, a couple logs here, a couple of breaker bars here. If you come over here with me, you can see we've got lifters on top of the car. Well, all of them except for one back there, which I have finally broke loose, but not been able to get out yet. It's not keeping the camshaft from turning. I think the camshaft is keeping the cam from turning. Probably the main rod bearings are keeping things from turning, and possibly the timing chain, maybe it's rusted in place too. And how did you like the silent section on Sunday? That's when we pulled the heads off this girl in hopes that we could get it broke free. The logical next step would be to just pull the engine and transmission, and most likely that's what we're going to have to do. But we're going to try one more thing. The crankcase is still full of diesel. The cylinder walls look pretty good. The camshaft is covered in surface rust. What you didn't see is that I heated this whole area up. You know, even heated in the area of the camshaft bearings, you know, and lubricated. And pounded on the pistons, you know, with the logs and the sledgehammer. And we're just gonna fill up this whole area with the vinegar. It'll mix with the diesel that's in the engine and the oil that's at the bottom of the pan. And we're gonna walk away for a while and forget that we ever encountered this particular problem. And if you look at the bottle, it's 6 times more powerful than standard vinegar. And once it's diluted down with the diesel and everything else we got going on, I should have gloves on because this stuff is very strong. Actually, we'll get some down there in the distributor hole, maybe. Yeah, there's a lot in there, okay. And we're just gonna go ahead and finish filling this up. Nope. You know what we forgot to do? We gotta get our stick jam back down into our oil fill. There we go, that'll hold it in. Don't want to waste it. This is going to smell fantastic. Well, there you have it. Vinegar's installed. You can see we've got a nice pool inside that engine. If we wanted to, we could shake it around a little bit. And if you look in these cylinders, look at that. We got bubbling coming out from this by this piston. So I truly believe that the piston or the piston rings, while the piston rings could be stuck to the piston, they're not stuck to the cylinder wall. You can see in these cylinders, you know, with the level of the diesel that was in the engine, it was actually filling up the cylinders too. So it's seeping by. If you look at this cylinder right here, do you see that? It's bubbling. So kind of a cool science experiment. It'd be cool if we started seeing bubbles come out in these too. Obviously, our engine's tilted back, so it's more full on the back side than the front. Yeah, we got plenty of bubbling going on there. Let's go around the other side and look real quick. Yep, you can see on the left side of this piston, it is gassing off. It's bubbling through there. Nothing going on in that cylinder. But there's some gurgling going on in there, and so it's possible. Like I said, we're just walking away from this, and we're just gonna let this thing soak. And then what a fun day it will be when we get to drain this all back out. Well, while I take that break, you can see I hooked my, I'm calling it the cantilever system back up. So breaker bars on the crank bolt, extension pipe, strap, bucket of wrenches. And it's just gonna sit there. And it's just working nonstop. See, that's the beauty of it. Because all day long, you can imagine, if you got your engine soaking, all day long, this thing is working for you. It's not putting too much pressure on there. It's not gonna break your crank bolt. But if there's any suds and bubbling going on in your concoction, in that engine block, and if anything breaks free, it might just, You know what I'm saying? Did you hear the sound effects? Yeah. This is just gonna sit there, but you know what my hope was when I first took this up? I'd walk away and I'd come outside and the bucket would be sitting on the ground. That would have been cool. It didn't happen. Yeah, guy can dream though. It's important to have dreams and hope for things. And can only do that so long, and I gotta take a break. It means you guys can take a break with me. Look down in the cylinder right here. You can see I was able to move the engine. Finally! That's worth celebrating. Woohoo! It's still tighter than a mother, but you can see there, and you can see over on this side, and that cylinder, if you look closely, the same thing. So both those pistons are going down at the moment. We just moved another at least 1/8 of an inch. So this is, all signs are pointing to this is good. Making me tired. Oh yeah. We definitely, every time, making progress. Wipe that out. All right. Wearing me out. Whew. Give her a few more taps. Hopefully it doesn't start raining again here. I'm gonna have to take a break. More out. Well, here we are. Another day. I gotta say, it's been awful fun interacting with you all on the comment section, and I've had a lot of great suggestions and things like, I should have kept all the push rods in order. Yeah, I knew that. And you'd be happy to know that the lifters that we took out, I did keep those in order, so at least that's good, even though they're probably all shot and I shouldn't reuse them. But we did get the engine to move just a hair. But I came out prepared today because another suggestion is to use a pry bar on the flywheel, and I am completely prepared to do that if it is absolutely necessary and it makes sense. It's just that laying on rocks and big rocks, and I'm older than I used to be, and it's not as comfortable as it used to be either. So we're gonna pop this hood open, and yes, we've gotten the engine broke loose and moved the pistons. Can you see that? Yeah, that's about as much as they've done, but it's been soaking, still got that white vinegar in there, 35%. Ordered 45% vinegar, 4 gallons of it, but hadn't showed up yet, so that didn't help any. But let's open the hood. Let's just try one last time with the breaker bar, and if we have to beat on the pistons some more, we can do that, and see if we can can we make something happen? Do I have to get under the car? Let's find out. It is windier than a mother. Get out. In my way. Still got our breaker bar on here. So, let's get you up close. I know you want to see what's going on. I want you to see what's going on, by the way. So, let's see. Let's try to go back this way first. I think it moved. I think it moved. Oh my gosh. Let me try a little more. Ugh. Okay. You guys, it turned. Let's go back the other way. Oh my goodness. This is actually working. Woo! Okay, back the other way. Oh, it's getting easier. Oh my gosh. Okay. The cam's turning too. Oh. Whew. You guys, I don't think I have to crawl under the car today. I'm so happy. I mean, I'm prepared. Got the right clothes on. Woo. See if we can maybe make a revolution. Oh, it's gurgling. Ah, it's leaking. It got easy. Oh my God. Spitting. I can't believe it. This is awesome. Oh, the cam looks not good. It's getting easier. I wonder if I could actually get a ratchet on this now. I mean, this is working out fine. Here. Woo! Okay. I had to get that out. That is huge. I guess a quick recap. The engine's been soaking for like a week. You saw the cantilever system that we installed. You saw in the first video we put diesel in, and now you've seen in this video that we added the white vinegar, 35%, 1 gallon to our concoction. You saw the bubbling that was going on, so I knew it was working. I knew it was doing something. And now, today, she's broke loose. We're gonna make some revolutions on this thing. And then we're gonna have to, because we can't afford a new cam. We can't afford new lifters. We can't afford new push rods. We can probably scrape by with a head gasket set. We gotta get that cam cleaned up. Get our bores for our hydraulic lifters. Gotta get those clean. Got to clean the lifters. We got to clean up the heads, remove the valves, put in new seals on those heads for the valves. Maybe we have to buy belts. Got to do that. Let's keep it moving. Turn. Be free. Oh, I'm so happy. Are you happy? How's your day going? Hopefully really well. What are you guys working on today? What are your projects? What do you think of this Buick at this point? It's getting easier every time. Oh, that's wild. So, you guys saw how bad this engine was. So if somebody says you can't, that it won't work, well, they might be right. But does that mean you shouldn't try? I can't believe this is just something else. It's just getting easier every time. There's crud in those cylinders, and the more we rotate this, I'm seeing garbage in those, but that'll clean out. We should probably be wiping them down as it brings up garbage. Oh gosh. Is that enough revolutions? Is that enough to make y'all happy? I'm happy. Whew. Wow. Thanks again. Thanks again for coming along on this journey. This is fun. Lifters out. Time to move on. Get me out of here. I feel like this is my second home here lately under this hood. You guys ever felt like that? Okay, I know, even if I edit some out, there's a little bit of complaining that was going on there. I do that sometimes. I gotta get better. But that lifter, I think that was, cross my fingers there, that was just this engine's final, like, putting it in my face that I ain't gonna just come free so easy. But it came free. We're gonna continue to let the engine soak, and I think to finish up this video, you guys know the engine's free. I gotta order gaskets. Gonna take you over here. If you paid attention earlier in this video, I just want to show you that when we were removing the alternator, or attempting to, this whole bracket, the long bolt that goes through and goes into the block, well, it decided to snap the head, and I was careful, so I had to cut the bolt, which was another hour-long video that you don't have to watch. Tried it with my body saw at first, and that failed miserably. Finally got out the electric sawzall and was able to cut through the bolt. So we're going to need a bolt. We still need to drive what's left of the bolt out between the bracket and this alternator. Aside from that, we didn't break anything. I mean, the alternator still spins. Sounds like it's been sitting a while. It has. I'm really curious, how long did this car sit? I think it sat for quite a long time. But you can see on top of the car, you can see our lifters, driver's side, front to back. Yeah, they don't look that great, but we're gonna polish them up. And as long as they go down in the bores and they slide nice and smooth, and as long as we are able to depress the lifter after we clean these up really good, we're gonna run them. The fact of the matter is, every part that we have to purchase costs money, and until the car runs, we don't know what condition the transmission's in. We don't know anything. I do know the brakes don't work, the pedal just goes to the floor, so that's something else we're gonna have to contend with. But, oh, here comes neighbor Mark. He's gonna bring me some scrap iron to put on the trailer. So I'm gonna take a break, talk to him. I'll be back with you real quick. Mark, how you doing, buddy?
What are you doing?
Well, I was praying to the Lord that some special gifts would arrive today. And what do I know? You show up with a whole trailer full. That's awesome.
And it won't fit in your pocket.
It won't fit in my pocket. My pockets aren't that big, but yeah. He's got some scrap iron. We're gonna throw it in our scrap iron pile. And maybe we make something cool out of it. Yeah. Or we just junk it. We'll figure it out. But
yard art or beer money?
Both. Yard art and beer money is the plan to change this into something better. But I'm going to help him unload this trailer and we'll get back to work. Cool. I thought I'd just bring the camera out, Senior, and that way, as we're continuing to
in case somebody gets hurt.
Well, not really about that. I was thinking, you know, I'm so full of it that when I talk to people on YouTube, it's pretty easy to read through, and I'm just a grown-up child. But maybe Senior here could impart some wisdom on you while he's up here.
Oh, today. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's high-tech looking equipment right there. I'm not used to talking to that fancy new black paraphernalia.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, this guy, he's got real skills when it comes to mechanic stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, he's passed a lot along to me too, and I appreciate you.
I know the difference between a nut and a bolt.
He does. He does. He was a master technician, actually, and I don't know if that's just some fancy title they give you when you go through a 6-hour course, you know, but...
Cracker Jacks.
Cracker Jacks. Oh, yeah, you just open the box. I remember those.
It used to for a while. Didn't look right with it. Can't work on it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
From there,
some of you might recognize what this is. This is actually an antique jock strap to protect your private parts. Some other people might use it when they're skinning deers and trying to do that whole thing, but I don't know. What do you think? I think Madonna wore something like this way back in her younger years. Anyway, sorry.
be good for a
You know what? You remember how special things were before we came into this world that is full of chaos, and you know, computers and phones and all that stuff came along, and it's, yeah, okay, so now we get to watch it on TV, but it also took some things away. So my goal is, as this channel grows, just so you guys know, is that we're going to remain true to having a good time, sharing information as we can. I'm always going to do my best to help where I can and to reach out when you guys reach out to me. And I know that can get a little chaotic, especially as the channel grows, but I'm going to do the best that I can, you know, to be of service, you know, to the car community in whatever capacity the Lord has for me. But now for the fun stuff. Well, as you can see there, that's kind of the benefit of having certain tools, and now we got a mobile workstation here. Look, we can get organized. Wow! We don't have crap sitting all over the place. Why didn't you do this earlier? I don't know. Sometimes I get distracted. Squirrel. I just can't believe it. Wow. I tell you what, sometimes I feel like we're uptown, hanging out with the dippity ups. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I really don't. Okay. I'm gonna throw on my gloves. I'm gonna grab those heads, bring them over here, pop them down, and we're gonna get to work. Heavy. It's okay, this is what keeps you young. Or messes you up when you're older, I don't know. Passenger side head, exhaust assembly, still mounted. 34, 45, 68. Driver side head. I've removed the exhaust manifold off this one. All the bolts came out, we didn't break anything, so that's good news. Gonna go grab the manifold real quick. That's not so bad after them heads. Good news is, this particular manifold, it looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't see any cracks in it. So, we're gonna keep these stock manifolds because we don't got money to buy headers. Driver side head, here's our casting numbers on that, but some of these valves are still froze up. Our goal is to just remove the valve springs, take the valves out. Moving on to the passenger head, this is the one that, at least from up top, it looked to be in a lot better shape. GM parts, Buick and GM, obviously. Probably the same company back in the day. This one looks pretty good. I don't see a whole lot of issues in getting these out. Got it. Come over here. Oh, beverage. I know it's not as important, but we got a couple of different styles of valve spring removal tools. I'm gonna get our soft blow hammer, except I'm not because it's not in there. So I guess we're just gonna go out with what we have. My dad also taught me, you put your tools away at the end of every day. Clean up your mess. And sometimes it's, you know, it's almost impossible to do that, but it made a lot of sense. Starting fresh each new day with your mess cleaned up, knowing where your tools are at, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. You guys, if you live by that rule, you will definitely be thankful that you do. Are you doing okay? You still having a good day? At least here in Missouri, while it is very windy, the skies are blue. Wow, the sun is shining. The temperatures are fantastic. Nothing. Let's try the next one. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Let me go see if I have a different style of maybe an old. I might have something old school. I might. Let me go look real quick. Yeah, this is gonna be the ticket right here. Old school. Let me go get my little magnet so we can fish our keepers out. Well, considering what you've seen, we know the truth now. Old school beats new school any day of the week. And that's a challenge to all you young punks. No, I'm just kidding. But it is fun to have a little friendly competition. So that's definitely depressing our valve just like we need it to. A few more cranks on this. And maybe that's close. You can almost get that keeper out. You know, I do prefer to do, look at that, okay, there's a keeper. So, keepers go in the oatmeal box. You know what else oatmeal boxes are good for? Holding oatmeal. You know what oatmeal is good for? Keeping your system running smooth. And you young kids you don't even think about it. But you will. Number 2, 15 to 18, freeze it up. Allows me to get that out. Now we can actually do a side-by-side comparison of these two springs. And I will be honest with you. Let me get that wound to the same spot. The intake and the exhaust springs, to me, on this engine, they look identical. So I can do a little research on that. But the fact of the matter is, all the push rods are the same length, the same style. And on some of these older engines, well, guess what? Like a lot of things back in the day, they made stuff easy to work on. You know, it's funny, just because I haven't done the research. And guess what? I mean, there's a lot of geniuses out there that retain every single piece of information they ever put in their brain. I'm not one of those. I still don't know on this Buick 430 what cylinder is what. So one of you guys that are familiar with these engines, just tell me so I don't have to look it up. What is our orientation? What's our left bank standing up front? What's our right bank? You tell me, and then I don't have to figure it out. This sucker, the spring, oh no. Well, this intake valve spring is shot. So you know what that means? It's garbage. Why am I not surprised? So we have to get some valve springs. And I have to go pee. So enjoy your commercial break. Well, the driver's side head valves are removed, and a lot of them are stuck. But everything's been leading up to this beautiful moment where we can play ourselves a little tune. Know what I mean? This might actually be, because I think you all understand the current state of the situation that we're in, maybe this is just a special time for us to say it's time for this video to end. And as sad and as sweet as it might be, I so greatly appreciate you guys watching. Go out in the world, use your superpowers, gifts, and talents that God gave you to make the world a better place, to be a brighter place. And don't be so hard on yourselves. And remember, things take time. You can't get in a big hurry with everything. As you can see, it doesn't do you any good to get frustrated, although I practice it sometimes. Anyway, I love you guys. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.